Mark Montgomery from Videomaker, and this is Tips and Tricks. And tonight we're going to show you how to shoot at night. There are three main rules we want you to consider here. One, shoot a wide angle. Okay, you don't always have to stick to that, but if you shoot at a wide angle, guess what? Your iris is going to be wider, and that's going to let more light into the camera. And in a light, scarce area, that's what you need. Second rule is watch the video gain. As soon as you introduce gain into your image, you're going to get noise, and your colors will start to desaturate. That's not good. So just be mindful of where your gain is. Sometimes you'll have to dip into it, but just know where you are. And then the third and final rule here, manual focus. Anytime you're in autofocus in an area that's really dark, what will happen is your autofocus will have a habit of drifting and hunting for something to focus on. So when you have a manual focus, you can actually lock your focus down and you won't get that drifting. One thing you'll notice about outdoor lighting is the quality of light is generally harsh. That's because the light sources are lamps or car lights, stuff that are real small points of light, and that gives you a harsh quality to the lighting. So when creating a scene, consider creating pools of light rather than lighting the whole scene with a soft blanket of light. It's more practical and it's more realistic. When it's time to get creative with the light source, don't be afraid to use gels. Gels can convey a police car or a moon. So go ahead and use gels to emphasize certain feelings and emotions in your scene. Following our own advice, we're building a scene here with one light and two practicals. Where's those practicals? One's behind me about, 50 yards? It's a street lamp, okay? Now guess what? Right here is also a street lamp. This is only providing a minimal amount of light. So what we've done is we've added a light off camera that's actually providing most of the light on my face. It's still a hard, harsh light. You get shadows, but you can see a lot of me. And that's what we want. We've created one pool of light, and there's a lot of darkness and some practicals to sell the effect. Final two considerations. One, use an on-camera light. Why would you want to use this? They're very practical, but you usually want to use them in the context of reality. That means if you're shooting a documentary, a news story, or like a wedding, it's very practical. But for narratives, it's not so practical. Another very reality-based lighting source is your infrared source on a camcorder. Now, not all camcorders have this. Usually consumer models do. It's usually under night shot or low light shooting. And it beams out infrared light, it comes back to the sensor, and guess what? It looks green. You've probably seen this before. So it's another way to use a light source that is perfect for night shooting. Well, I hope all these examples have helped you learn how challenging night shooting is and put it to practice. I think it'll be illuminating. For Videomaker, I'm Mark Montgomery.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Canon for the cameras, Mackie for our audio board, TDK for our blank media, Samsung for our mics and cables, Sony for the HD TV, and focus enhancements for the Firestore direct capture devices we're using for our show.